Hello, welcome back to Crystal's Tarot. This is going to be your reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus sign, depending on what shows up. And this is, again, going to be for Leo for November of 2020. I wanted to remind everyone to always stay in your power, never give it away to a reading, a reader, or anyone or anything else. However, today's reading is intended to assist you on your path to your greatest and highest good. If you're interested in reaching out to me for a personal reading or you want to know the decks used in today's reading, please see the description box below. If you like my energy, you like the way I read, and you want to see more of me, please subscribe if you have not already done so. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with our reading today. We're going to start by cleaning out our energy. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale as it feels comfortable to you. Okay, Leo, let's get started. Today's reading is intended to assist you on your path to your greatest and highest good. I do wait for the cards to come out, see what Spirit wants to provide. So if you're pressed for time, please feel free to fast forward. We're going to have one more shuffle, actually. Sorry about that. Okay, then. We got a pre-message here. What do they got for us? The Eight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Three of Cups. So I feel like basically there was something that you had to walk away from, or you're in the process of walking away from because it was no longer emotionally fulfilling for you. I felt like there was a lot of difficulty within it, and you just kind of, at one point, it was very passionate for you, but at some point you just lost the spark, you lost the interest, you lost the love connection, and you had to be brutally honest with yourself and communicate the truth that you were probably holding on to for quite a while, and then that led you again to kind of move away, so that you can have better an environment, like a less stress, less friction, less trouble. And now you're just sitting there trying to look at what all you have as far as your options and see what you feel passionate about, which one you feel guided to, and which one you feel more in tune with. I feel like you're also trying to follow your intuition very heavily, because I feel like you might be like kind of drained, to be honest with you. I feel like the passion that you had at one point, even though you've lost it for a person, place, or thing, you still have passion to grow something. You still want to be abundant. You still want to build something. And I feel like you're still kind of like, you're letting that fire burn within you. You're just not sure where to put your aim at this point. You just know you want to have a good, healthy, happy, abundant life, but you're not sure how to get there. You're not sure where that path looks, and you're not sure who it's going to be with. But ultimately, you expect to have something to celebrate. I feel like you're expecting Spirit to just kind of guide you. Sorry. I feel like you're expecting Spirit to guide you. You're trying to follow your intuition. And I feel like you think that as long as you do these things, release what no longer serves you, follow your passion, even if you're not sure exactly what it is right now. I feel like you're just taking one step at a time, and you're expecting it to lead you to something to celebrate. Thank you so much. This is for Leo from November 2020. Leo, November 2020. Okay, we're going to have one more, and then we'll get started. Sorry, one more, guys. Okay. For Leo for November. the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Pentacles. So you're trying to juggle a lot of things potentially. I don't think it's a relationship necessarily. I feel like it's more your opportunities. Like, what do you want? How do you get there? I feel like you're very, very busy with things and you're just kind of juggling, trying to keep everything afloat. I feel like it's similar to like a house of cards where you feel like the slightest wind is going to come and mess everything up and knock everything over. I feel like you're potentially kind of feel disappointed in love right now, but you're trying to put on a brave face and just push through it. Let's see what other clarification we can get. Page of Wands. Okay, I feel like you're really, you're heavily trusting or trying to bring in your intuition. I feel like it's something, the Page of Wands, it showed up, the Page of Wands is showed up as a pre-message, and I feel like it's kind of telling you to find your passion again. You're trying to clear out negative energy so that you can see where your abundance is again and kind of move forward. Right here with the Seven of Cups, you do have a lot of options on how to pursue that. I feel like you're looking at what you want to build and how do you want to build it. And something's transitioning in your life. And I feel like that has a lot to do with this Two of Pentacles as well. You want abundance, you're willing to put the action forward, but at the same time, you want to create energies with the group where people are doing the same work, where it's not one person carrying the team, where everybody's invested equally, everybody's kind of trying to do the same work or at least provide the same energy and effort into a situation so that there's not so much struggle. I feel like you do want to lay these heavy burdens down, even though we don't have the Ten of Wands here. I feel like between all these energies right here, I feel like you're focused on love to an element, but at the same time, it terrifies you. I feel like you want to bring in an abundance and create things that leave you feeling confident and secure. But at the same time, I feel like there's a concern about it as well. I feel like there's so many things up in the air right now, and it's just kind of leaving you feeling like you have to have this amazing balancing act, like walking a tightrope, basically. And as long as you follow your intuition, you will be guided to have great victory. But at the same time, I feel like your past opportunities you might have felt like were not fully upfront and forthcoming. You might have felt like people were being that way with you, or other people might feel like you're being that way with them. And now, like, it's just wanting to clear out that negative energy and bring in abundance for yourself and bring in joy and integrity and act in your truth, live in your truth, be in your truth. Sorry, guys, give me just 1 second. Okay. Okay, then. Yeah. Okay, and then you have the Page of Wands out here again, which showed up in your pre-shuffle. So you're just trying to find out what brings you peace, what brings you that feeling of abundance and nurturing. You want to create something, but you want it to be something that's going to be able to, that you're passionate about and enjoy it, but also at the same time, where you can kind of like relax a little bit, where you're willing to put the work in and you want to be on a team who does as well. And you don't want it to be something where you put in all your energy for nothing. No, okay. Give me just a minute, Leah. I feel like there's more energy to come out. One more. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Okay. So the bottom of the deck energies, you have the Two of Pentacles for your main deck, clarified with the Ten of Swords for your clarifying deck. So what this speaks about to me is this juggling act. It's very emotionally and potentially physically exhausting and draining. You're starting to become disheartened by those energies. I feel like you've been putting in so much work, trying to balance so many things, and I feel like you're just like kind of running out of energy, running out of understanding for a situation, running out of patience. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started on your center. At the current energy, you have the Seven of Cups clarified with the Nine of Swords. So what this speaks about to me is there's so many irons in your fire, and it's causing you a lot of sleepless nights. I feel like you have a lot of things to do. You're not sure where to exactly focus your energy. It's stressing you out. It's exhausting you mentally and emotionally, physically as well. And you're really trying to focus your energy on one thing, but there's so many things that require your attention right now. So it's just kind of everything's up in the air, hence the balancing act that you have to do. But the combination of everything is really starting to exhaust you. So I feel like you're really being advised to take a minute for yourself, show yourself some love and some patience, and be compassionate towards yourself. A lot of times we give it, but we don't give it to ourselves. We give it to the outside people. So definitely focus your energy on yourself. Make sure that you're getting as much sleep as you can. Make sure that when you're having these moments of just being stuck in your thoughts, you take a minute, take a deep breath, relax, and calm down, and you'll get there when you get there. As long as you're focusing and you're doing everything out of love, as long as you're making wise decisions and you're sitting there really evaluating a situation, people, places, and things before you make a commitment, give yourself some time. Like, ease up the pressure a little bit in any way you can. Sometimes we don't always have the ability to do so, but sometimes we do. Like, if you've had a long day at work and then somebody's like, okay, let's go out, and you don't want to go out, be willing to say no. Put yourself first. Give yourself the love and compassion and consideration, because you're balancing so many things already. You don't need to keep saying yes to yourself or anybody else. Don't push it. Don't push yourself into a corner. Otherwise, you're going to run yourself down. And these people who have hurt you in your past that you feel left high and dry by, just let them go. They'll find their path, you'll find your path, and everything will be intended for God's greatest good. So just allow Spirit to lead you and be willing to take the advice. Be willing to follow your own intuition. Focus on the things that really inspire you and put the rest aside. I'm sorry, guys. I take my own advice. So the things that motivate you, encourage you, make you feel refreshed, spend time in that energy. The things that are exhausting, that kind of take more energy than what they give, they take more from you than what the benefit that they give back to you. So go ahead and let those things rest for a little bit. Be willing to put yourself first. The energy that's crossing you, you have the Page of Cups clarified with the Justice. So I feel like you're really having a hard time in love right now. You might be going through a legal situation. You might be going through a divorce as well, I'm seeing for some of you. And you're just kind of looking at all the things that, like all the paperwork, all the things that you have to do, all the responsibilities that you have. And it's causing you a lot of lack of sleep, a lot of, you're kind of getting ran down. And make sure that you're investing your energy into yourself, because we can't always expect it or ask from outside sources other than Spirit. But we can always give it to ourselves. We can give ourselves patience and understanding. We can be kind to ourselves when others aren't kind to us. And even when others are mean to us, we can still be kind to them. So I feel like you're definitely disappointed in a love connection. I feel like somebody communicated something to you that, or you communicated something to somebody regarding the dissatisfaction that you've been feeling and the things that you've been going through, and it just didn't go the way that you had hoped it would. In the underlying energy, you have the Nine of Cups clarified with the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you know how amazing that you are, how abundant and prosperous you are, how blessed that you are. But there's times where you doubt it. I feel like there's times where you don't allow yourself to see the truth in a situation or a matter. And sometimes we just get in these habits of believing things that people tell us or things that we even tell ourselves as well. So I feel like Spirit's really encouraging you to put that energy aside, to love yourself through it. And know that you're abundant, know that you're blessed, know that you're intuitively guided, and you're a strong individual. You can handle anything that comes at you as long as you are standing in your own power, as long as you're listening to your intuition, as long as you're following the guidance that Spirit's providing. Because I feel like there's been some guidance, some direction that you might not have wanted to follow. So you kind of try to push it off as far as you could, and it kind of led you in a bad way. So once you get this insight from Spirit, make sure you follow it right away, because sometimes when we're taking our time, sometimes we run out of time. So whether you're trying to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, whether you're just uncomfortable with changes, whatever the situation is, be willing to put yourself first. Be willing to follow your own internal guidance system. I always tell everybody, we've all been blessed with our own free will. We've all been blessed with our own internal guidance system. And there's times where you don't feel confident in it, but you should. You are divinely guided and protected. You are a blessed individual. Trust yourself, trust Spirit, and the rest will all fall into place. In your recent past, you have the High Priestess clarified with the Six of Wands. So I feel like there was something in your recent past that you took a chance on, trusting your intuition, and it led you to a victory. I feel like this built your confidence quite a bit, and I feel like that might have impacted this Nine of Cups down here. Nine of Cups speaks about, like, it's a self-confidence. It's like self-assured, because it's not blind faith. It's something that you feel strong and passionately. You feel it strong within your soul, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. And I feel like in the recent past with the High Priestess, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, Leo. I'm so sorry. I feel like with this High Priestess here in your recent past and the victory card, I feel like you are seeing how powerful you are, how abundant and how prosperous you're supposed to be. I feel like you're starting to see the victory that's around the corner. I feel like you've gotten a taste of it in your recent past, but there's much more to come. And so you just want to keep practicing self-love, nurturing yourself through the difficulty, through the confusion, through the pain, through the juggling, through the multiple things with a million things to do in only a few hours in the day, right? So focus your energy in a way that's beneficial for you, that helps you to kind of see the benefit and the beauty in the dark. And that's going to bring in more of these victories for you. You do have a high intuition. You're strongly and spiritually guided. You're a very abundant person in the spiritual realm. And that's starting to come even more into your physical. So just continue on that path, and you'll be amazed at how beautiful things turn out for you. In the energy that's crowning you, you have the Four of Swords clarified with the Page of Wands. So I feel like either you or somebody in your environment had passionately, strongly communicated something, like a wish or a change or a desire to change something, and it caused some pain, and now you're just sitting there reflecting on that energy, and that might be another thing that's causing sleepless nights as well for you. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. But I feel like the more that you reflect on situations that were heartbreaking and detrimental for you, I feel like the more inspired you get, the more aware you become of your strength and your power. Your internal strength and how blessed you are by spirit. I feel like you're leaving these energies that are negative, that left you kind of like in this wallowing energy. You're going to be leaving that energy, and moving on to something that's more beneficial, more emotionally fulfilling for you. But at the same time, you're right now focused so heavily on all these million things that you have to do, all these irons in the fire. And I feel like you're really focused on your priorities, your obligations, your commitments and things. But Spirit is really, really, really strongly advising you to don't forget about self-love. Don't forget about self-care. Because if you're exhausted and you're depleted, how are you going to be able to maintain all these things? We have to put our priorities in a line, and we have to be one of those priorities. We have to be on the top of that priority list. In your near future, you have the Lovers clarified with the the Six of Cups. So I feel like any energies where you felt love towards somebody or someone or something for a long period of time, you're choosing to love yourself more first and foremost. I feel like it's that energy of like, even though I've loved you for so long, if you continue to hurt me, you're willing to walk away. You're willing to love yourself more than you love anybody else. And I think that's beautiful energy, in my opinion. You do want love, and you're hoping to have a relationship that's nurturing, that is something that will last the test of time, something that you're not going to have to walk away from. But at the same time, you're willing to love yourself enough until that energy comes along, because you want it to be a right fit. You want it to be something that is abundant and authentically you, so you don't have to invest so long only to have to walk away from it. And even people who you've known for a long time, who have been in your environment, you're willing to set those people aside too, if they do not serve your greatest and highest good, because that's what you're destined for and that's what you're seeking. I'm also getting that there's somebody potentially in your near future that they felt that they weren't good enough for you. And they might have felt like you weren't as connected to them as they had hoped you would be. And they do want to come back and fix any wounds that was caused to the relationship. They do want to, okay, I'm hearing tie the knot, but I'm also getting, very few of you, that's for, I'm also getting that they don't want to be left on the outside anymore. Even though I don't see the Five of Pentacles, but I feel like people are noticing now that you're willing to stand in your own power, even if you're not noticing it yourself. I feel like you're noticing that you're willing to love yourself more than anything else or anyone else. But I feel like you're kind of at baby steps with that. But I feel like other people are like really strongly seeing that energy about yourself. This might be something that you're just kind of getting into. I feel like for quite a while, you've loved other people more than you've loved yourself. It left you with a lot of heartache and a lot of pain. And now you have this spark of insight of like, aha, I'm going to be able to grow. I'm going to be able to build. I have everything I need within me, and Spirit's here to comfort me and provide for me. So I don't really need anything else. I hope for something to have a relationship in the future, but it's not anything I need. I have so many things going on anyways. You're probably too busy for a relationship or to even date right now. And I don't feel like you're really that interested in dating either. And I feel like other people see that you're quite busy and not really interested in dating either. But I feel like people, well, we'll come to that when we get there. So in your near future, I feel like you're going to be loving yourself through the negativity. You're willing to walk away from the energies, even if they've been around for a really long time. If you don't feel loved within that energy or that person or situation, place, you're willing to walk away from it. You do want a loving connection. You want something that's solid. And until somebody comes along to prove that that's them, you're willing to love yourself in anybody's place. And I think it's beautiful. how you feel about yourself. You have the Nine of Swords clarified with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're spending a lot of time in mental prison. I feel like that's leads. It also has an impact with this Two of Pentacles and this Ten of Swords. I feel like you've put a lot of work into something and it didn't work out for you. And you don't really, how do you say? You're spending a lot of time in this mental energy about things that were conflicting for you, difficult for you, hard for you, and how you shouldn't have stayed in that energy, how you shouldn't have built anymore. I feel like you're kind of beating yourself up in a ways, but at the same time, I feel like Spirit's there, like just waiting for you, just waiting for you to get over the pity party. Telling them, okay, there's more to build, telling you, okay, there's more to build. We got to get going, but you're still like, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe I'm dealing with this. And Spirit's like, okay, are you done yet? And you're like, no, you're still throwing your fit kind of in a way. And this is how you see yourself, right? So I feel like you see yourself as, kind of like, I'm not a victim, but in energy, like where things weren't done right, it wasn't fair, it wasn't even, it wasn't balanced. And you're just sitting there, I can't believe I spent that much time doing that, building in that. And I feel like you're kind of disappointed with the outcome of certain things. But keep in mind, everything happens for a reason, right? It's always, in my opinion, everything's always designed for our greater good. Even the struggles and tribulations that we face. Because we learn something in those. We become stronger in those. We learn where we want to go by seeing where we've been that we didn't like, that was uncomfortable for us. So I feel like even though you're spending a lot of time in this mental energy, Spirit's waiting. Spirit's just like, okay, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? And then you're just keep sitting in this energy of like, you don't want to build, you don't want to look at things, you're not willing to take a couple minutes out even for yourself. Even though you're having these difficult thoughts and stuff, it's not causing you sleep. You still got a million things that you're doing. There's so many irons in the fire. There's so much things going on. And Spirit's like, okay, are you done yet? I got a suggestion. And you're just, I feel like you're kind of not wallowing, but you're definitely observing the difficulty that you've had, the struggle that you've had, how hard you've worked on something and it didn't provide a benefit to you. It's like you paid for like this grand meal and you got a cheeseburger. It's like you paid for the wine and dining experience, but just got the drive-through. And you're like, I can't fucking believe this. Like, you're really disappointed and it's causing you a lot of mental conflict. And I feel like there's some people that you might argue with from time to time, but at the same time, you feel like they're not even worth your energy. But at the same time, they still have some of your energy, even though you're not really speaking it. You're more thinking it and feeling it. And Spirit's just waiting. I'm like, okay, are we done yet? Are we done yet? Can we get going yet? Because there are places for you to go. There's something beautiful for you to get to progress to. You just got to have this balancing act a little bit longer. Look at where you've been. Focus on where you want to go so that you can get over these hurdles. You were divinely guided. It's amazing and beautiful. It's a very strong and powerful energy. And I know you recognize it, but I don't think you recognize it to its full capabilities, to its fullness yet. I think you're aware of it, but you don't realize how strong and how full it is yet. You're in the process of it though. Other people see you. I feel like other people just see you as like you're looking at where you've emotionally invested and how it wasn't balanced, it wasn't fair. And it kind of led you into like an emotional turmoil. And so now you want to turn your back on everything emotional. I feel like other people see you in that element. And other people might not feel like it's fair. Like you might have been in a crappy relationship for quite a while, invested a lot of things with it. And now you're potentially in the middle of a divorce, struggling with so many things, working, taking care of your family, paying the bills, cleaning the house. Like you have so much on your shoulders. And then I feel like there's somebody in your environment that has kind of witness pieces or like a large element of it. And they're looking at you now as like, love's not worth it because that one person wasn't worth it. And they're like, is that fair though? Because not everybody's like that person. But I feel like they're just put off so much by thinking that you're put off so much that they don't even want to approach a situation yet anyways. They're wanting you to kind of spend some time healing. But I feel like they do want to bring in that balance. I feel like people in your environment have acknowledged how loving that you've been and how little that you got back from it. And even though you're greatly disappointed, I feel like other people in your environment can see how really amazing that you are, even though you might not be seeing it right now. And I feel like some people might want to bring in balance, and other people might want to kind of say, oh, can I take for them too? Can I come and take too? So be very cautious, but not in, like, trust your intuition, basically. Trust your intuition. For all the people that you interact with in your future, make sure you're trusting your intuition. You have a very strong one here. Spirit does not hide much from you. Spirit lets you see the big picture, except for sometimes we don't want to see what's being shown to us. And sometimes we turn our back on the information that Spirit provides to us. So make sure that you're really standing in your power, you're following your intuition, and you're leaning on Spirit to guide you your way. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Leo. So make sure that you're following your guidance and your internal GPS. Because you're abundant. You're somebody who's intended for beautiful things in this life. Even though you've had disappointments, as we all have, there's something beautiful in store for you. And you're divinely guided. It's very heavy in this reading. It's very, very heavy. But I feel like there's elements that you don't even allow yourself to see of it as of yet. Okay. Or I feel like you kind of downplay it a little bit. Okay. So you're hopeful to have quick movement with the Chariot card here, clarified with the King of Pentacles. Like, you're just about your business. Like, you're not really, and I feel like that's how people are seeing you too. You're about your business. You want your money. You want your pentacles, and you're willing to put the action in, and you don't really have time for love right now as far as other people see you. And I don't feel like even though you want it, it's something you do want. It's something that you're hopeful. You just feel like potentially you feel like love hasn't worked out for you and you've tried so hard at it. So, okay, now I'm just going to go focus on my money. What can I do? Can I get another job? How can I bring in more money? How can I keep everything afloat and do more? So try to calm down. Give yourself some rest. Give yourself some balance and some peace and some patience. Allow yourself to have Zen moments where you can just relax and be in the moment instead of rushing for the things that you gotta do. They will wait. I promise you, they will still be there when you get there. You're really focused on your pentacles right now, and that's what you want to move towards. You want things to move along quickly into progression. I feel like you're really focusing on all the things that you got to do and the things you got to get done. But first and foremost, you're like, how do I get more money? I want more pentacles. Love hasn't worked out for me, so I'm going to focus on bringing in money. I'm going to focus on my abundance. I'm going to focus on my stability, my lifelong, like, you want to bring in like potentially generational wealth, as we all do. But you're actually plotting on ways on how it could be done. You got a million thoughts, you got a million ideas, and you got a million things that you're doing already. I just feel like there's so many irons in the fire and you're trying to put more. So calm down. Let one thing finish. If we're focused, like, multitasking is a good thing, but at the same time it's not. Because if you're focusing on too many things, how can you give your full attention and undivided attention to one thing? Because you have so many that you're focused on. So put your priorities in a line and see which ones call to you and your spirit and your soul. Which ones do you feel fulfilled in? Okay. The final outcome, should everything remain the same, you had the Page of Pentacles came out first in the reverse, clarified with the Two of Swords. So I feel like you have an opportunity right now that you're not allowing yourself to see, and or because you have yourself so blindsided, you're not seeing an opportunity, or an opportunity is not able to come in because you're closed off to it. Like it's like that energy of like I don't know how to say this nicely, so I'm just gonna say it the best way I can. It's like that energy of somebody's fucked you off, and then you're just sitting there with your sword. Okay, like who's next? Who's next? And you're just like, I dare you. Like, come at me in a shady, negative way. I dare you, because I will cut you. So it's like that energy. And because you're so like negative with that energy right now about like anything that comes in, I feel like your opportunities that coming in, you're like really sizing them up. You're sitting there looking at them, and probably not in like an authentic reflection. I feel like you've been hurt in the past, so you're just assuming everyone and everything is the same, which is not. People are different, places, things are different, lessons are different because we're different. So don't expect the same thing. I've been telling a lot of signs lately, your past does not have to be your future. But if you expect it to be, it will be. So know the power that you have in what you're creating, okay? And try and have a more relaxed approach to things so that way you're not blocking off potential. You're not blocking off new opportunities for you. I feel like there's something, somebody, or something somewhere to be communicated to you regarding a new opportunity. But you got your guard up so strong, it's not allowing new opportunities. It's like cutting them off before they even get there. It's choking them out before they can even breathe life. Okay, and then what to clarify that, you have the Seven of Pentacles, or excuse me, the Seven of Wands, clarified with the Ten of Wands in the reverse, clarified with the Sun card. So, some point in your life, you've had to defend yourself. Some of it might have been needed and necessary cause, but not all of it was. Some of it was just by shady people who were below you and wanted to feel equal to you. And it took you a long time to put those wands down. You might be in the process of putting them down now. But you want to be happy, and you're expecting to be happy. That's why you got your guard up so high. And like you're like on the attack, basically. Like, even breathe wrong and I will cut you. Like, it's this energy of like, you're not playing, you're not taking, there's no victims, right? No prisoners, sorry. There's no prisoners. You're not playing. You're very serious. You're about your shit right now. And I get it. I see why. Like, this is like a pressure cooker. There's so much going on. You have so many responsibilities. You're trying to create new opportunities. You have all these things that you're juggling. You're probably going through a divorce or ending a long-term relationship, or there's something you're trying to bring justice to. And these victories, and that's another thing. Don't let victories just come and pass you by and then spend so much energy in these defending yourself. Because we live in a world that is what we created. We do not live on a battlefield unless that's what you're creating. And sometimes even the things that we don't feel like we're creating, it's our energy that brings those items in, right? Whether it's a person or a situation, whatever it is. So when you have these victories, when you can feel confident about yourself, don't push that so fast. Enjoy that energy. Sit in that energy longer, and allow that to create like a refreshing for you, because you need it. Like, you spend so much time putting out energy, and when energy comes in, you want to be able to relish in it. You don't want to sit there and things that are healthy and nurturing for us, just hurry up, I got other things to do, so that we can exhaust our energy. when victories come in, whether it's spiritual victories, whatever victory it is, things that make us feel good, slow that energy down. Allow that energy to sit with you a while before you speed on to the next thing for you to exhaust your energy again. I think you're kind of like working against yourself a little bit. You're wanting opportunities, but you're like sitting there just expecting it to be negative, expecting it to be detrimental, expecting it to be shady and manipulative. So you cut it off before it even starts, while you're still at the same time wanting those opportunities. So know that your past is not your future. Know that you have the ability to create anything and everything that you want to, as long as you're doing it out of authenticity. Know that if you surround yourself, hold on, back up a little bit. So we experience things, whether they're good or bad, but then it helps us to know when we're coming and approaching those energies again in the future. It's like, okay, I know this energy. I've been here, gone through this before. So as you're approaching things and they feel uncomfortable, that's when you can kind of put your walls up. You don't have to walk around with your sword out and your walls up 24/7. There has to be a balance. It's give and take, not just take, or give. It's give and take. There's a balance to it. Okay. You don't want to have to constantly be fighting things off, but you feel like you have to. You don't want to have these heavy burdens to bear anymore. You just don't want them. You don't want to have to put them down, and you don't want to carry them either. So you just don't want them. But everybody's not the same, and everything is not the same. You are destined to have great joy, but you have to be genuine with yourself. You have to love yourself, and give yourself some chances to like replenish before you're rushing into the next battle. Like, that's all I see on here is like, you quickly move past these energies that are reviving for you. And you're just like on guard for the next battle, the next time, the next situation. Like, you're just ready to protect yourself and fight. But sometimes we don't need to. Sometimes Spirit goes and protects us and takes care of the fight, so we don't even have to worry about it. So keep that in mind. You are very spiritually, divinely guided and protected. I'm getting that so heavy on this reading. So even though you have a million fires to put out, a million choices, a million things to do, and it's stressing you out, live in these victories a little longer. Allow peace to be within you. Allow people who are genuine and authentic to comfort you and to be there for you when you're needing somebody. Know that you don't have to carry this whole big weight and burden by yourself. There are people in your environment who care about you and who want to help you, but you're not allowing people close enough to even give you the offer. So even though you have I know you have a lot of worries. I know you have a lot of responsibilities. But take time to appreciate how strong you are, how far you've come, how abundant you are, so that way you can spend more time in an attitude of gratitude instead of like, where's the next battle? Where's the next fire? What's the next task? What's this? Blah, blah, blah. Calm down. It's okay. It's going to be all right. So give yourself love and don't push that energy so fast. I feel like very, very strongly there's like this, there's this, I don't even know how to, okay. It's like when there's a fight, like there's negative energy. There's negative energy and that stays and it hangs out a long time until it's allowed to dissipate. Whereas this loving and nurturing energy, you speed this along because you feel like you got to get to your next battle. Because I feel like you have to be on guard. But Spirit's got your back. Spirit has very much got your back. And they're trying to help you. They're trying to show you some patience and some kindness because you're not really showing it to yourself the way that you should. So they're trying to help you to see it. So really take a couple of minutes there. Like, Spirit's protecting you. You don't have to keep fighting. Spirit has got your back. Just allow them to. Like, set down your sword. Allow yourself to be refreshed, to be revived, to be a little bit calmer, a little bit nicer to yourself, okay? Relax, everything's gonna be all right. All right, Leo, this has been your reading for November 2020. We're gonna go ahead and close this out with our singing bowl. If this reading has resonated with you, please like and subscribe if you've not already done so. If you feel like this reading could be helpful for somebody you know, please feel free to share it with them. All right, Leo. Till next time, sending you lots of love, lots of respect, lots of gratitude.